What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. This is my 2008 Saab 9.3 TurboX. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining me. Please be sure to subscribe, comment below, and give this video a like. And if you really like me, by the end of the video, please give it a share so others can join us on this adventure. We bought this car about a month or so ago, and it was completely neglected. After totally figuring out this car, I realized that the previous owner for sure lived on a dirt road in Pennsylvania, so there's a lot of corrosion underneath this car, which we're gonna fix and address it. But all of the suspension has been kind of affected by it all. So in the last video, be sure right here to check it out. We replaced the entire front end suspension, new struts, new sway bar links, new springs, new engine, new strut mounts, and of course new bearings to make everything completely new, and it works perfectly fine. We are getting a code C0045, which has to do with a wheel speed sensor, which is triggering the ABS light and of course traction control. Now it goes off, it's off when you turn the car on, but as soon as you start to drive is when it kicks on. So that's how you know it's a sensor. Here is a brand new wheel hub, and I'll link a new one below for you, so if you have this issue with your Saab, you can go ahead and purchase one. As you can see, the sensor is actually inside of the wheel hub, and obviously with the amount of dirt, corrosion, and rust that's on this car, it's not surprising to me that the sensor in this wheel hub has been affected. So we're going to go ahead and take off this wheel hub and replace it with this one. Alright guys, so unlike in the front where you can turn the wheel and just, release the ball joint and pull the suspension arm out, everything here is secured in multiple different points. So in order to take the axle out, I need to figure out how to turn the wheel hub assembly away from the car in order for that axle to be released. And once we release the axle, it should give us some more space in there to work and get the 3 bolts that are holding this wheel hub in place. So that's where we're at here. I'm going to start with removing this top bolt right here, and we'll go from there. Removing the sway bar link here to the sway bar. You guys can see what I'm dealing with over here. It's tight quarters, and all to remove this axle. Guys, I'm telling you, if this was not all-wheel drive, we probably would have been done with this already. But here's the deal. We removed the trailing arm, we removed this lower control arm, and then there's another control arm that is a stabilizer right over here. That is also removed, and now we can probably pull this out enough, I think, to pull out that axle. Job well done, boys. Well, since I'm in here, guys, I'm gonna have to clean this up. It's pretty rusty. The harness for the ABS sensor is still actually on here, which is a sign that it was probably broken. All right, guys, there is the old sensor to the old wheel hub. And like I said, we're gonna clean this up. Alright boys, we did some wire brushing, we did some spraying of air, and we cleaned it up. Now we're going to go ahead, put some undercoat on it. I'm going to give that about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to do it again. Alright, we're going to let that settle up. Let's go back out here now, give this a few more minutes, and we'll keep going. Let's keep it going, boys. Welcome back, guys. It is the next day here. We had to let our undercoat dry. Here's the heat shield. Still little moist spots on the inside there, but it's okay because once we assemble it, it's not going to be touched. As for this, on the wheel hub assembly, this is all dry, ready to go. So we're going to go ahead now and just reverse our process from disassembling and reassemble with the new wheel hub here. Alright guys, so my GoPro died, but everything is back together. I torqued down the axle, and now we're about to give it its first test drive. Alright guys, so first start up, no lights so far, brake pressure is up. Let's see how she runs. Brakes are a little squishy, but the car just needs to cycle itself. You can hear the back of the car still kind of funky. So prior to the sensor being replaced, the car would have already probably thrown in ABS. So let's see how she does. Oh, and we have a new suspension in the front too. Alright, so here's the deal. It's much better, the car. But I'm still getting a heavy vibration all around. Not too sure what that's coming from. I think the vibration is coming from the back still. But the good news is no more ABS light. Alright guys, so the car is out of the garage finally. I just took it for a nice test drive. No more sensor light of the ABS. Everything is working perfectly in terms of ABS sensors. I am getting a vibration still from the rear of the car. I'm pretty sure, based on the condition of the rear end of this vehicle, that the rear passenger side hub is also no good. So I'm gonna do some more investigating, but like I said, based on the way this car is in the rear of the car, I'm assuming that's what's wrong. If you guys have any other ideas, unless it could be the differential or something, let me know what your thoughts are below. If not, please be sure to like, share, and of course, as always, subscribe, because without you guys, I couldn't be doing any of this. So I appreciate all your support. See you guys next time.